We behaving bad. We behaving bad. Fast one, slow one. We behaving bad. We behaving bad.
Here we go, huh?
Fast one, slow one. We behaving
Yo, when I was young, man, my dad had a house. I catch a contact and talk like Eka Mouse. Go to school, act like I'm pulling out. Kinda funny, cause I used to freak my teachers out. Like, dang, dang, diddy, dang, dang. Sin. So much me go teach you about piece of the one black Johnny and out. In the club, everybody on Sinatra. Look around, everybody on Sinatra. I ain't talking about they call. I'm talking about and go ha 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 ha. I mean, just go bonkers, make the young girls wild. And then go, let's make the smile. They don't need binoculars. Make wanna pull out. They got you. Ring, ba-bum, ba-bum. Aerosol can, ba-bum, ba-bum. Monkey outside, ba-bum, ba-bum. All night, ba-bum, ba-bum.
It's a road game. For the Grizzlies, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Harlan. And so off the tip, it's New York. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis. Parker out there with Mayo. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then it's Scola. And it's Gasol at the center. Well, we've all seen what Tyson Chandler can accomplish when healthy, and that is some kind of force.
Yeah, you know, maybe the best stretch of his career was at the start of the decade, a 2011 title with the Mavericks, 2012, he got a gold medal in London, and was the defensive player of the year in the league, and in 2013, an all-star. I mean, that's a pretty strong three-season run.
Scola hits them both.
Well, Tyson Chandler has battled injury throughout his career. He had the bulged disc in his neck that hindered him for parts of last season. And I think that was a big reason for the Knicks' struggles.
Johnson, the pass to Mills. A three-pointer off the mark. Knicks on defense. That's good.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set. Look at Chandler, and when he's healthy, he's a terrific rim protector inside and pretty good finisher around the rim, too, offensively. He's excellent as a screener in pick and rolls. It'll be interesting to see if he can get back to that peak level.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Over in the corner, Williams tries it from 19. Blocked. And he's able to get it back. Back to Anthony. Ball's knocked loose. Gasol with the steal. The finish. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D. It was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Lou Williams at 6'1", about 175 pounds, a scoring guard in a point guard's body. He's best playing off the ball offensively, but guarding the point guard defensively, so you often see him cross-match to opponents.
And you mentioned Lou Williams, a scoring guard, but his scoring rate, Clark, down over the last couple seasons.
And, you know, his turnover rate had typically been excellent, but that's increased by almost double as his scoring numbers have gone down. But some of that is due to him coming off of that knee injury. It usually takes a couple of seasons, Kevin. When you tear that ACL, you get back after one, but it's not until year 2 that you begin to regain your old form. Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
And here's Mills for 3. Can't get it to go. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Parker. Rebounded by Anthony.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over him.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Here's Mills. Excellent D there from Mayo.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Parker outside. Clock at 6. High post try. And it's Parker again missing. Knicks trailed by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something to right. Now here's Anthony. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Chandler's shot, good.
He has such a knack for scooping up the rebound and then making a defense pay.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Parker outside. He kicks it to Gasol. Back to Parker. Puts it up. Shot clock at 6. That one off the back iron and out.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Here's Chandler. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's his first trip to the line.
Well, and you know, you'll take what you can from him from the foul line. A season ago, he shot in that low 60% range.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad. And what was really the big shock in the East last season, the Knicks failed to make the playoffs. This from a team many expected to challenge for a spot in the conference finals. Just didn't happen.
Passes it to Mills. And he gets it to go. the Grizzlies have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Gasol setting the pick for Parker. It's Mayo on the wing. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And that one's good.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle. Well, Marc Gasol missed some time last season with injury, but you can see just how important he is to a team when he's gone. I mean, the Grizzlies were nowhere near as imposing when he was sidelined by injury.
Here's Mills. Anthony kicks to Chandler. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
And for Marc Gasol, last season a grade 2 MCL sprain. No surgery required, but he did miss 20 games while recovering, and Memphis struggled during his absence.
Second chance shot. Scola dishes to Parker. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And now Anthony pushing it up. Going back to stop him.
And that almost feels like Stupa coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game, Parker. And the lead was about to be stretched out, and instead we're right back to even.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And last season for Marc Gasol, a bit of a downturn with his numbers.
Yeah, his rebounding fell off a bit, as did his shooting percentages. We'll see how he bounces back this season.
McDermott's checked in for the Knicks. Henderson comes in for Williams. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Gasol. Vonleh comes in for Luis Scola. Vince Carter, he's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And Brooks subbed in for Parker. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Adams against Chandler. Soft touch off the glass. Chandler's got 9 points.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
The shot's good from Carter. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Vince Carter in his day, one of the most electrifying players in the NBA, superstar in Toronto, one of the all-time great highlight reel dunkers. Those days are behind him, but he remains a very valuable and at this point, maybe even underrated NBA player.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Gallinari is checked in. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Grizzlies have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Brooks, the pass to Vonleh. The Knicks pull it in.
And for Vince Carter, a quality defender and still a well-rounded contributor. He always had a nice breadth of skills. Now he does the little things that help you win.
Now here's Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Shot, high post. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup. And the Grizzlies with possession. To the left side wing. A nice shot by Gallinari. And for some superstars, they have a tough time accepting, Clark, a lesser role. Vince Carter.
You know, it's really impressive the way he's gracefully aged into becoming a quality 6th man, Kevin. I think it's a model for other aging superstars or former superstars to follow.
But they'll get another chance. And Mills kicks to McDermott. He feeds it to Henderson. Anthony dishes to Mills. Back to Anthony. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Anthony's got his second basket of the game.
And a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
They set the pick. Out to Gallinari. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yeah, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
And here's Mills from the arc.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
And it's back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover.
Well, despite that possession, something I've liked is that they've really been in control while getting out to this lead. They've kept the turnovers down.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Leonard, he's checked in for Chandler. Arthur comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patty Mills. Carter outside. Carter left side. And he lays it straight in. And the Grizzlies lead by 4. New York shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. McDermott, no one around him. No good from outside. And Gerald Henderson is going to pick up that foul. That's his first foul. Brooks right side. The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Well, guys, you go back to last season, and this is a team that hit just 74% of its free throws. I know they'd like to see that number go up.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys. He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
In the corner, Henderson with it. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Shooting from New York,
Well, Gerald Henderson is not the most lethal outside shooter, but I really like the way he's learning to move without the ball. He's very opportunistic with his cuts whenever his defender turns his head.
And Henderson most comfortable, it seems, Steve, shooting from the corners.
Yeah, like most players, Kevin, that's the easier shot, 22 feet instead of 23.9. He shot a good percentage from there. Not really a long-range shooter per se, which is why you didn't see him, shoot effectively from the top of the circle or on the wings.
There's Gallinari with the 3. Can't get it to go. And New York the other way now. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Here's the screen. And Vonleh has it in the corner. Carter kicks to Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. Gallinari passes to Adams. And again, Memphis no good. Knicks trail by 4. The feed to McDermott. Henderson against Carter. Good work defensively by Carter.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Out to Brooks. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Carter outside. Pulls up. High post. And he hits the jump shot. Carter's got 6.
A nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Amir Johnson is out there with Doug McDermott. Then it's Henderson. And it's Chandler. And it's Prigioni in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Chandler with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And those are the kind of plays that will turn that deficit into a lead quickly. So solid defense on the ball. That's the key.
A nice shot by Carter.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
He only dishes to Henderson. There's the double team with Joseph. McDermott kicks to Henderson. 6 to shoot. Here's Prigioni. The second chance effort. No luck. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And it's Memphis on the break. And that one's good. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
Lets it fire. That one wide left.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
You know, the Grizzlies are the kind of team that perhaps fans around the league can overlook or undervalue or even forget about at times, but they're always going to be there because they're tough, they're physical, and they're talented.
Knicks trailed by 9. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Vonleh.
This is really ugly, guys. I mean, he can't get anything to go.
Here's Joseph. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. This all setting the pick for Carter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Joseph. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
You got to find something. You're right.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
New York calls timeout.
You know, if you look back at the Grizzlies season last year, it'd be hard not to say it was a case of them not getting out of the gate as strongly as they wanted to, and then the injury to Gasol creating a situation where they never quite fully caught up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Anthony's checked in for McDermott. Williams comes in for Gerald Henderson. And it's Mills in for Pablo Prigioni.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Well, guys, talking about Memphis again, they were a team that many thought had a chance to finish in the top half of the Western Conference. But, Steve, they ended up just sneaking into the playoffs.
But what a run they went on after the All-Star break when they got healthy. You know, they looked like they were dead in the water, but they won enough games after the break to get to that 7th spot. And we know how tough the Western Conference was.
Knicks trailed by 9. Dishes it to Anthony. The 3. And that one's good. Anthony's got 7 points in the game.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Parker kicks to Mayo. Ariza, right side. The shot is off. Nice D from Chandler. New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Memphis coach Dave Yeager paid dues for years coaching in the minor leagues. But he did more than coach. He was the GM, ticket vendor, business manager, and halftime act. He said he loved the passion and spirit of that work. But there were also tough times. Guys, those struggles helped prepare him for where he is today.
A long road, but he's here now. Thanks, Doris. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Ariza goes in. Pass to Gasol. Kicks it to Scola. And the block by Johnson. Parker against Anthony. It's Chandler high post. Outside Williams. Jacks up a 3. And that one's good. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow them down.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Lou Williams now about 2 years removed from his ACL tear. And a lot of times you can play a year but really not feel 100% until the following season. So hopefully he gets back to the level we saw him in Philadelphia.
Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
And you talk about Williams in Philadelphia. The Sixers really featured him in their offense with great quickness coming off screens. Boy, he was a terrific scoring sub off the bench.
Johnson over to help. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 2. And Mills kicks to Williams. Right side, Williams. Pass to Chandler. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And for Williams, so much of his game built around his quickness. Getting healthy could make Clark, I think, a huge difference.
And that's certainly the hope, Kevin. Traded away by his home team, the Atlanta Hawks. No doubt motivated to prove he can still contribute at a high level. Really an extraordinary game for Chandler. 9 points and 2 steals. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
Yeah, it's really been something, Clark. The energy that he's brought. He's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and first guy back defensively as well.
Here's Ariza. Misses the 3. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. And that's now 9 points for Carmelo Anthony. Parker outside. And there's the pass to Gasol. Puts up the baby hook. And that one's good. Gasol's got 9 points. Here's New York. They're on a 13-4 run. Outside Anthony. The dish to Mills. It's tipped. Anthony kicks to Chandler. The basket drops and gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. Really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
Outside Anthony. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Luis Scola. And Mills getting quality minutes at the backup point guard position.
Yeah, and for a player who'd spent time in the D-League, playing in China and is native Australia, and it seems he's really solidified his place as an NBA player, Kevin, in part because he refocused on conditioning his body and really developed as an outside shooter, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Leonard, he's checked in for Chandler. Arthur comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patty Mills. To the right side. Gasol goes in.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Prigioni passes to Leonard. He dishes it to Prigioni. Drops in the tray. Prigioni's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 38. Now here's Parker. He's guarded closely. Ariza outside. Feeds it to Gasol. Out to Parker. Here's Mayo. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Mayo's got his first points of the game.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go.
And Anthony gets double teamed. Here's Leonard. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Wonderfully instinctive play right there. Sense just where that rebound was going, and it becomes an easy 2 for him.
Well, Clark, maybe they've had too many easy buckets tonight.
Well, it's something that needs to change. I mean, they should not be getting all these easy dunks off offensive putbacks.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They've got to pad their lead any time an opportunity presents itself. And I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, the Argentinian Pablo Prigioni, now 37 years of age, but I really like the way he competes defensively. Also a very good rebounder for a point guard.
Gerald Henderson, who's checked in for New York. Some changes for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Brooks kicks to Carter. And he gets the bucket. Carter's got 7 points for the quarter. And Prigioni, Clark, very selective with his shot, but he's got deep range.
Yes, he does. And, Kevin, I think he could be even more aggressive looking. He's got to be a little more shot hungry. I mean, he's over 40% from long range last season.
Now here's Henderson. 4 on the shot clock. Arthur. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Darrell Arthur has had a tough history of injuries over his career. Torn Achilles cost him the entire 11-12 season, and then last year, broken fibula going into training camp. But if he can stay healthy, he's really a valued big player.
And Arthur's Achilles repair has hampered him a bit athletically, people would tell you. We've seen that certainly in his rebounding.
And despite that, Kevin, Coach Brian Shaw called him the Nuggets' best defender last season, so that shows you what kind of work he's put in at that end of the floor. He plays with great effort, and he also has a good understanding of what the team is doing defensively.
The shot by Williams, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Brooks, that's a 2-pointer. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. 1:07 left in the first half of the game. And Prigioni kicks to Williams. Outside Williams. Passes it to Prigioni. No good on the 3.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Brooks dishes to Adams. Molinari with it. Leonard picks him up. Shot clock at 6. Carter inside the 3-point line. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And Prigioni kicks to Anderson. He feeds it to Prigioni. New York, no good that time either.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that check.
And the first half ends in a close one. Knicks out front, up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. 15 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
Memphis trailing here. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. They've got Steven Adams. Gallinari is out there with Von. Then there's Carter. And it's Brooks in at the point.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
Now, here's Gallinari. Following the miss by Lewis Williams. Here's Von Lane. That's in there. Carter with the assist. 6 points for Noah Vonleh.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
It's stolen by Carter. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Adams. And that one is hammered home.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet. Well, you love to get those easy lay-ins to get your offense going. They're clicking here to start the second half.
You know, New York had trouble with teams out west, as can be expected. Everybody did. Only took 11 of their 30 matchups. And it certainly hurt them in the standings. 11-19 against the West.
Knicks trail by 4. Williams kicks to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. Stolen by Carter. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just a tough beat. It was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Brooks with no one around. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And Mills kicks to Anthony. That's good. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Brooks kicks to Carter. It's off his foot. And the officials saying it was kicked. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And taken away by Johnson. Three-pointer. They get it back.
Very poor shot selection there, guys.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, as you know, Tony Parker is now an elder statesman in the NBA. His father feels as if he's been a mature force since he started playing at the French Training Institute. Parker's father said, quote, "I don't think you can get any more mature than that. Leaving home at 14, you have to become a man on your own." Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
Tremendous dedication to the game. It's great to remember just how far he's come.
Outside Gasol. Williams with the steal. Now Mills. Outside Williams. Inside. Here's Anthony. And stolen by Scola. And it's Memphis on the break. Shot by Mayo is no good. Knicks trail by 6. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Mills passes to Carmelo. Lots of room. Scola with the rebound. Scola's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Parker dishes to Gasol. Back to Parker. Gasol is screen on Williams. And Parker, here we go.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
And New York making a change here. Henderson's checked in. Johnson gets the bucket.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it, and I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Gasol setting the pick for Parker. Mayo, and that's for 2. The Grizzlies with another miss. And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together, and they've won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France, definitely in that upper echelon.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Ariza. In low to Scola. It's stolen by Johnson.
Well, that's his 4th turnover, and he's going to find himself on the bench if this keeps up.
Memphis leading. Gasol setting the pick for Parker. From the low block. Gasol no good. The Knicks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. Mills with it. He's picked up by Parker. Now the feed to Henderson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the 3rd quarter. And Ariza with the stuff.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right, showing him off right there. Good move.
What is does that even mean, Kevin? Pounds to the ounce?
Now, here's Ariza. He's got 6.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Gasol drives in. And the layup's good off the glass. And now a 7-point Grizzly lead.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Johnson kicks to Mills. Here's Chandler. And they convert at last on attempt number 3. Chandler's got 11 points. Outside Gasol. Gasol is down. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Chandler. Arthur comes in for Amir Johnson. McDermott's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patty Mills. Prigioni for 3. That drops. Now just a 2-point Grizzly lead.
Boy, you found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
You know, Memphis had a good road record overall, kept it above 500 despite a really sluggish start to the season and then losing Marc Gasol for a while due to a knee injury.
Now here's Henderson following the miss by Luis Scola. In the corner, it's McDermott. For the lead, here's Leonard. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Grizzly shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Mayo, that's good.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're taking high percentage shots in the paint. I like the way their offense is clicking.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The problem for the Knicks last year is that they didn't really do any one thing in an outstanding way.
Well, a lot of people wonder how they missed the playoffs, but when you look at them and analyze them, they were really an average team.
Now here's Brooks. To the middle. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Releases from the wing and drills it. Carter's got 17.
Well, even with the weakness of the Eastern Conference last year, the Knicks unable to get into the postseason. It was a subpar year across the board. They're looking to bounce back.
Dishes to Henderson. And stolen by Vonleh. Shoots from the right block. Arthur grabs the board. Arthur's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Prigioni kicks to McDermott. Pass to Prigioni. There's the dish to McDermott. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, you know, when you look at most playoff teams, there's an established, clear identity of who they are and how they play and what they rely on night in and night out. The Knicks didn't have any of that.
Now here is Carter. He's got 17. That'll go on McDermott. That's his first foul. Here's the screen. Brooks kicks to Carter. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Henderson.
You know, turnovers really weren't part of the story here early on, but that's changed now. They're starting to have some trouble handling the ball.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Prigioni. Brooks covering for the lead. And the basket by Prigioni. Prigioni's got 8 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one could come down in the last few minutes the way it looks.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end. The Knicks with the lead. They've got McDermott. Although Prigioni is out there with Henderson. And it's Arthur. And it's Leonard. And it's the 5. Home in the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Count that one.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
Carter kicks to Gallinari. Shot clock at 5. And it's Gallinari again missing. The Knicks leading by 3. Prigioni passes to McDermott. And the dunk by Arthur. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Out to Carter. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Well, getting the ball inside like that, close to the rim, that is the key during crunch time.
Well, Steve, right from the start last season, some upheaval for the New York Knicks with a front office shakeup.
Yeah, surprising move when you consider that the team was coming off a 54-win season in 2013 and the team's first second-round appearance in over a decade.
Adams with it. That drive by Carter. The Knicks pull it in.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Here's McDermott. And a miss there on the triple. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Brooks dishes to Carter. There's a screen. Off the screen. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It was a little strange to see a coaching change for the Grizzlies last year after they were a playoff team, but it worked out for them.
Yeah, I was surprised by that as well. I thought Lionel Hollins did a terrific job. A lot of people questioned what they were thinking, making that switch, but they were able to keep the momentum going after losing Gasol for a segment of the season due to a knee injury.
O.J. Mayo is checking for the Grizzlies. Back to Brooks. They get a hand on it. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And for the Grizzlies, changing their head coach prior to last season, it could be a big risk, but they needed to do something, they felt, and it worked out well for them.
And stolen by Vonleh to take the lead. And it's Gallinari laying it in. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes, Kevin and Steve, in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
Yeah, I believe it, because these two teams so well matched up. You look at the talent. I think we're in for a very, very competitive night.
The wide open look here for Vonleh. And that one goes long.
Well, with Memphis, when you change coaches, particularly after a playoff run, it doesn't always work out in your favor. Denver found that out last year, but things went well for the Grizzlies even after a slow start.
And here's Brooks. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. That's tipped. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That's his first foul. So New York ends up going with the new crew. Then for the Grizzlies, Marc Gasol's checked in for Steven Adams. Reza comes in for Gallinari. And Tony Parker subbed in for Aaron Brooks. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this. Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go.
Mayo kicks to Parker. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Johnson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Grizzlies making a switch here. Scola's checked in. And Mills kicks to Anthony. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, last season, that even though he had hoped guys to remain in Nick, Carmelo Anthony wanted to at least experience free agency. And Steve, something that he's really never gone through.
Well, it's understandable, for a player of his notoriety and his caliber. You might not want to make a move to a new team, but just that feeling of having the choice, I think is something that a lot of players crave during their careers.
Poked away. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
8 seconds of the shot. 8.
And so here's Memphis. Parker passes to Gasol. And he gets the bucket.
And for Carmelo, there was no question the Knicks would offer him a full max contract. A bigger contract than any other team could offer. But given their struggles, it still had to be a tough decision for him.
On the top of the key. Right through the cylinder that time. All net. Anthony's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Parker dishes to Scola. Kicks to Gasol. Great D that time from Johnson.
Well, kind of ironic that Melo said he wanted to experience free agency. If he just waited and signed with the Knicks in July back in 2011, that team would have been left with a lot more assets and players who could have helped him win.
Scola sets a screen for Parker.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. He's great at finding a seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
And he makes both free throws.
And Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop. Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
Pass to Mayo. Outside Gasol. A baseline J. Jump shot is good that time. Gasol's got got 4 points in the quarter. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. The fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
Free throw drops in for Tony Parker.
Looking at the game Parker's been having, he has 8 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
The pass to Anthony. And he lays it straight in. Anthony's got 17 points here in the second half.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Conley's checked in for Memphis. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Williams kicks to Johnson. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Parker passes to Gasol. Puts up the baby hook.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them.
Good game for Gasol. 8 rebounds, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Now, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for him.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, you look at Amir Johnson's offensive game, certainly a fit for today's NBA. Not really a huge post-up game repertoire. But he gets off the floor, runs the court, finishes around the rim, and he's able to spread the floor because he's a good jump shooter.
Parker outside. Mayo drives in. Lets it go from deep. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ariza.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Here's Anthony. Not enough on that one as it misses. Memphis has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Mayo drives in. It's Ariza on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Taken away by Williams. And here's Anthony for 3. And the shot is good. Anthony's got 31.
Well, halftime was exactly what they needed, as they have shot the ball much better coming out of the break.
Yeah, they have looked a lot better this half. I don't know what it was. Perhaps they changed the rim unbeknownst to us, but something changed.
Big time bucket inside. He had to get that one over the top, and he did.
And in the face of a defender who was towering over him, too.
And Mills kicks to Anthony. Johnson sends the screen for Anthony. Tries again. Chandler. Ariza, right side. Into Marc Gasol. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 to shoot. Ariza goes in.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
And the best is good. And that's 12 points for Johnson. Here's Parker. .122 left in the game. That's good. Parker's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
Here's Anthony. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. 31 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Vonleh. And it's Carter in for O.J. Mayer. Ariza with it. Now Chandler defending. Carter drives in. They get a hand on it. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Yes!
Just a fantastic effort they're getting from Anthony right now.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 3. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Top, covered by Mills. Kicks it out to Ariza. He dishes it to Carter. Shot from the wing. Chandler with the rebound.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Anthony with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Just 4 to shoot. Mills in the corner. Some nice passing by New York here. Timeout called the Grizzlies. They're losing by 3. 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a 3 to tie, and they have enough time here to get a good look if they play their cards right. We'll see how they do. Boy, a 3 here would be huge. Yeah, a chance to tie it up and make it even with the game on the line.
So a close game sees New York take this one. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.